Well, hey there everybody, it's Kris from Rate the Record. This would usually be the time of the week where I give you my 3 picks for the new music review, but this one's a little different. Obviously, we're at the end of 2022 by the time I'm releasing this video, which means I guess I could just look back on 2022 of all the new music that I have indeed reviewed and give you my top 5 favorites of everything I've done so far in 2022 for this show. Savannah's doing her own as well, so be sure to check out her video. I don't know if it's going to be released before or after mine. I haven't figured that part of the release schedule out yet, but regardless, it'll be there. Make sure you go check it out. She's doing the same thing. The regular new music reviews will return back in 2023 once we're there, and then I'll have to go through all those songs too to find my best of, but that's then. This is now. I have a whole 2022 to get through. Now, I'm not going to be reviewing every single song all over again. I'm just going to be giving a brief reason as to why I put in my top 5, but other than that, that's what you can expect. And maybe go back and check it out if you haven't yet, because I'm curious to know what you think of these songs. I've reviewed them before. You can go back and watch the old reviews, all that kind of stuff. But let's just get into it. I'm rambling a lot. Before we get into the top 5, I want to give an honorable mention to a few tracks too that I really liked that didn't make it into my top 5, but I still liked enough that I thought it was worth mentioning them. This particular part of the list is in no actual order at all. I'm just going to list them as I wrote them. So the 5 that I have for my honorable mentions are Dead Cross with Christian Missile Crisis, The Black Angels Without a Trace, Gullaband with 8 Fivers, Comeback Kid with Heavy Steps, and finally Rolodex Darko with Blind in the Valley of Suicides. So once again, this is just a batch of really good songs, but just not enough to make it my top 5. I still suggest checking them out. Check all the songs I've reviewed of, but like these are the 10 that you'll want to really dig into. Get into these ones and then get into the juicier ones, which are coming up right now. So coming up at number 5 on my list, I don't know how I could have left this off my list even if I tried. The Names of the Plague by Springtime. Now, to those of you who've been around long enough, or at the very least have gone back and checked out some of the old reviews, you might remember me talking about this 15-minute behemoth of a track called The Names of the Plague. It's really hard to review songs like that. Like, I can only imagine a whole album, but a review for this one song was insane. It's abrasive, it's noisy, very experimental, avant-garde, even kind of jazzy. It's really challenging, and it takes you on a very bumpy but fascinating ride down a really strange road. The only thing I could really say, like, I can't just tell you to jump into this song because maybe it's easy for some people, maybe not for some. I will say, if you have 15 minutes to kill and you want something a little out of left field or really out of left field, go ahead and check this one out. Number 4 on my list now is Def Club with the song For a Good Time, Call Someone Else. So when I originally reviewed the song like way back near the beginning of 2022, I said that this whole band and song sounded like The Locust. Turns out, there's a reason for that. And that's because vocalist and bassist for The Locust, Justin Pearson, is in this project and essentially is one of the founders. So it makes sense why I like this song and makes sense why I like this song enough to want to put it on my top 5 of the year. Because I do indeed really like The Locust. And fun fact, Justin Pearson was also in another project that I mentioned just a little bit ago with that song Christian Missile Crisis by Dead Cross. He's in that project with Mike Patton as well. He's just all over this list apparently. I didn't know these things for a while, so it's all coming together real nicely. The song is a chaotically fast gut puncher. It's super energetic with a lot packed into its 75-second runtime. Yes, 75 seconds. I feel like that's long for a Locust song, so for Def Club, I guess it's spot on. If you're someone who finds yourself really in the world of noisy grindcore and all the kind of subgenres that surround that, this one's for you. Check it out. I still had a lot of fun going back to this one. It's fantastic. Into the top 3 now, the bronze medal goes to the Hirsch Effekt with Palingenesis. When it comes to things like prog metal and metalcore and all that kind of stuff, I get kind of picky about what I enjoy about it and what I want to listen to. But something about the Hirsch Effekt has that thing that helps it stand out for me. It's a great blend of metalcore. You have that really proggy push, especially at certain moments of the song, you can really kind of hear that happen. And there's also just these really great melodic moments too that as it pushes through, especially into the choruses and everything like that, especially around the areas with the cleaner vocals. A lot to appreciate out of it. And speaking of the vocals too, all the vocals are fantastic in song. Everyone sounds awesome in this track. The clean vocals, the screaming, the growling, it doesn't matter where it's come from, everything is just so good on this one. It's an excellent listen that just flies by in the 5-minute and 21-second runtime, so the fact that that time can fly, that tells you how good the song is. Sure, they might not speak English as far as I can tell, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't make the music any less good. I mean, I've heard a lot of foreign language songs that I really like. This happens to be one of them. I say check it out. On to our silver medal now, song number 2. We have Without Waves with the song 7. This is a great experimental rock, metal, pop track. I'm really not certain where to classify this one. It's got a lot of elements of a lot of different things. This song plays with a lot of different types of textures and sounds that I haven't heard in the previous tracks, so there's obviously a lot going on. And even in the soundscape and headphones, it sounds like a real treat too, because it's just things kind of happening everywhere. Definitely worth a listen in headphones. The production is just A+ all around on this one. Like, there's not a single moment where I was listening to this thinking, oh, they could have done this better, this could have happened, blah, 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 whatever, as if I'm a professional producer myself. But the idea is this one is just great. Like, it is, as I said, a treat to listen to on the headphones. I could say that about many songs, but this one definitely. But as I said before, I don't really know how to classify this song. Like, you have these like good jazzy, popish kind of moments going through the tracks. Then you have these like excellent crushing metal moments too. So it kind of gives you a little bit of everything. You'll find something that you like in the track somewhere. I think it's a fun track that deserves far more listens, and I really, really need to dig into this album. I say that often on the new music reviews that, oh, I should check out this project, I should check it out. Never have time to, but this one I have to now. Like, I brought it up again, so I have to. My gold medal, my number one, the top of the mountain for 2022, goes to the song that was also number one on my Spotify Wrapped, so I don't see how this could have missed the mark at all. It's Sweet Dreams of Otherness by Alexisonfire. This song has awesome production, and if you want to talk about production as like compared to the last song, for example, which is like super squeaky clean, everything sounds fantastic, this song has a very mucky feel to the production, but there's something I really like. It feels like beaten and weathered a little bit, and we're talking about a band that's been doing this for like, what, 20 plus years now, and they started when they were really young. Like, if you go back and listen to their Boiled Frog days, and you bring it all the way back up to now, I mean, like, you will hear the evolution of their sound, and it ages with them, and I think this is a perfect moment for them, being a bunch of guys in their 40s, or at least approaching their 40s. I'm not certain how old they are. They're probably older than me for sure, though. And I'm in my early to mid 30s. I know I look younger, right? Regardless, the sound, the pacing, everything like that just fits what they're trying to do in this one, so I really, really like what they have going on. The instrumentals are fairly simplistic, super memorable, super tight. I mean, excellent textures, especially in the verses too, with just kind of the droning going on. Like, it's so fun. And really though, George and Dallas on vocals, like George with the screaming, Dallas with the clean singing, like, they sound like they haven't skipped a day. Like, they have not aged at all with their voices. They still sound fantastic. I don't know what their secret is. I don't know how many like virgins and children they've had to sacrifice to Satan in order to keep sounding like this. But I mean, it's working, so you might as well keep it up. I don't know what they do in their off time, I'm just assuming. And as mentioned, yes, Sweet Dreams of Otherness was also number one on my Spotify Wrapped, my personal Spotify Wrapped, so the fact that I was listening to it that much, enjoying it that much, if it wasn't number one on this list, I don't know what the hell I'd be thinking. So yes, Alexisonfire takes the number one spot in my first look back top 5 of my new music review for the year 2022. And there you go, the top 5 and the honorable mention. So really 10 altogether if you really want to calculate everything like that. And real quick too, just in case anyone's like, oh, what about this song or this song or this song? It's only what I covered in the NMR. I mean, I can't listen to every single song that comes out. Savannah can't do that either. So it's only what we covered, and this was the best of what we have covered. But I digress. What do you think of these tracks? Did you listen to them at all? Have you heard them before when I review them? Have you heard them without me? Have you heard them now? By all means, let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'm always very curious to know your opinions, especially now that this is the best of. What is your opinions on the best of? Let us know down in the comments. Let us know on our social media at Rate the Record Podcast over on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We will read it all. And I would also strongly encourage you to go back and look at our old new music reviews as well. That feels weird to say, old new music reviews. Our older episodes of this. It's in a card above my head right now. Go ahead and click that and watch whatever you want. Pick and choose. Watch all of them. Watch some of them. It doesn't really matter. Savannah has hers in there. I have mine in there. Go listen to some new music that came out in 2022, because I mean, like, there were a lot of good songs, so by all means, check them out. And of course, as I said, go watch Savannah's best of as well. If hers is already out, it'll be in a card above my head. If not, then it's probably coming out after mine, and I'll forget to add the card later. So just go back to the channel and check. It should be there. And speaking of best of and everything, of course, there is the Rate the Record podcast. We are on a break. We just finished season 3. Season 4 is coming back January 16th, Monday, January 16th. Mark your calendar. Season 4 will kick off on that day. But until then, we do have a lot of bonus content coming out. This past Monday, we just released our ranking number ones video. So every number one that Savannah and I had season 3, we ranked them from number 17 right up to number 1. So where did all of our best fall? Which one's the worst best? Which one's the best best? go ahead and check that video out. And this coming Monday, that's right into the new year, the very first video that we're going to release is the best of season 3. So make sure you just check that out too, because it's a bunch of funny moments that happened within the year, just in case you missed the episode, didn't see it. You missed some good moments, because it's not all just album reviews. Sometimes we're just really dumb and say stupid stuff. That's what this is for. So go ahead, check out the best of season 3. That's coming out this Monday. And then following that for the next couple of weeks, Savannah and I are each doing a video for the I Love This Song series. I know it's a very weird series that we don't really release for that often, but now that we have the time to for, you know, the break in the season, we're definitely doing that. We each will have one coming out like 1 week after the other. Keep an eye out for that. Extra cool content, so hey, gotta love it. And speaking of the best of coming up this Monday, don't forget, starting January 2023, which is, you know, a few days away, or maybe you're already in January by now, hello, or hello people in the future. Regardless, I digress. The record giveaways are beginning in January 2023, so make sure not only do you watch the best of, but down in the comments, or the description, I should say, of that video, that's where you'll find the link for the first album giveaway of January 2023. But you can also follow us over on our socials, as I said before, at Rate the Record Podcast, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And we will announce the dates over there as well, or the albums and the giveaways and everything like that. That's where the winners will be announced and contacted, everything like that. It'll just be there. So make sure you're following us on social media, and make sure you check out like the links and videos starting in January, so that way you know how you can enter to win yourself a free record. But don't forget, social medias, streaming, album giveaway link, requesting album link, ko-fi.com/ratetherecord link, all of that can be found at ratetherecord.ca. This is a long outro, but I guess I had to because this was kind of a special video. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Remember, let me know what you think down below. Watch all the bonus content coming out. Make sure you watch all the Season 3 content before. If you've missed anything, go back and binge watch it. It's all there for you. It's fantastic. But in the meantime, if you're just going to wait for the season to come back, you can do that January 16th. Until then, go listen to some awesome music, and we'll see you again real soon. Take care, friends.